Coach Nick, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. 14-0 win, Coach Nick. What were your thoughts on the game?
Our boys stuck to the game plan, discipline. So we kept them nice and compact. We play our style of football of keeping the ball on the floor, building through the thirds, short passing. That's our forte, and just combination play. So I thought the boys did fantastic today. We've come off two difficult defeats to Sundowns and Chiefs, where I think we just lost our way a little bit, but we're back on track now.
Coach, these boys are under 13. Some of them are even 10 years old. But that decision making, the basics, and just doing things right, how do we instill that?
Right, so that starts from a long way back. So these boys have been with us from 5-6 years of age. So it starts at a very young age where we instill these what we call crucial habits of just their first touch, their passing, just the detail. We focus on the detail and expect them to do that at a very, very high standard. And I think you saw that with just the amount of repetition we do, the type of training, it all revolves around putting that type of performance together.
Coach, and I have to ask the importance of starting at that age, 5-6, because what I saw with these boys, normally under 13s you do not see that, the discipline in terms of positioning.
Yes.
You know, you look at Jesse in that holding midfield. He knew when to cover the defense, when to move forward, that decision making, one touch, when to hold, when to release, and so on. How important then you start at age 5-6 so that at this age we see what we've witnessed here?
Oh, it's crucial. It's a very important question you ask. So we don't hold trials at under 13 years of age like I would think most of the clubs do. So as we said, we start from even 4, 5, 6 with these young kids, bringing them through the stages of development that we need to. So it takes an awful long time. But as I say, you know, those positional habits of being in the right place at the right time, attacking as a team, defending as a team, and having that tactical discipline is what it's all about. But it's very difficult to teach the kids tactics if they don't have the technical ability. So we spend an awful amount of time at a young age instilling that tactical ability so they can lift their heads and increase their bandwidth and focus more on working as a team. But if we don't have that instilled at a young age, of that ability on the ball, it becomes very, very difficult.
Coach Nick, please assist us here to understand now. We want to understand, you say you started ages 4, around 5. And as they grow up, what elements are you teaching at particular age groups? For example, 4, 5, 6, what do you do? When they get 7, 8, 9, 10, what do you do? 12, 13, and so on. Right. What is it that you teach?
Okay, so I think from 5 till 12, it's really all about ball mastery, where we get the kids to spend as much time as possible with the ball and getting to understand the inside, outside, sole, lace area of their foot, being able to control the ball no matter how it comes to them with one touch, being able to deliver their pass. So that takes a lot of time, as I said. But unless they have that ability on the ball and also athletic development, so football's become extremely demanding, and a footballer's body has to work and move in specific ways. So I think in the foundation age, if we focus on that physical development, the technical development, and then when the kids gain their confidence on the ball, then it makes the tactical work a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable, because kids want to have success. So we have to design our sessions giving them that success, that they can have a very deep and good collective understanding. And that's what it's about really. Just consistency with a progression all the time.
Coach, another element is you won 14-0 here, but at no point in time did the boys think the game is done, it's sealed, let's have some fun. They stuck to the game plan, they stuck to the basic, always looking to go forward. And these are young boys, they easily get excitable, you know, when you are winning with such high scores. How do you maintain that discipline to constantly look to go forward and score goals?
Okay, well, we don't always get that right. So as I said, we've just come off a couple of defeats, which is good, always in football, as it makes you learn and reflect on your performances. So today we focused on exactly that, of keeping our discipline right throughout the duration of the game, the full 70 minutes. So I'm very pleased as a coach that they did that today, and we can move forward now with the rest of the season with a lot more confidence. And I think also getting the boys to perform in their right position, so we can get them to be the best they can be on the football pitch. So I think getting the kids to play in their best positions, to their strengths, is also very important, and I thought we got that right today as well.
Another element is the composure inside the box. We know in South Africa we struggle with goal scoring. You look at the charts in terms of top goal scorers. This season we had, I think, something exceptional with Shalulile, but usually our strikers struggle to score a lot of goals. But what I saw today, composure in the box. The boys were just passing each other inside the box, passing the back of the net, not shooting widely, and so on. Again, that component of the game. How do you train it, and how do you ensure that these boys do not panic once they're in that area?
Well, I think it's just breaking down the play, simplifying it for the players, getting them to understand the patterns of play, how to attack with various options to open up the spaces, and to combine. So we try and get our players to rotate. I think it's quite important, the age that they are, that we don't pigeonhole them in positions. So if you watch the game carefully, you saw, I think, other than our centre backs, the midfielders all rotated, and the wide players rotated with the inside players, and that's very difficult to defend against. So each one of our players played multiple positions during the entire extent of the game, and that's fantastic to see at this age. So again, really proud of the boys' performance.
Last one, Coach. You're involved in grassroots football, in youth development. In your own assessment, what is the state of South African football development?
Well, as I always say, I'm fortunate to coach around the world at times, but give me an African child to coach any day. Just their natural ability, love for the game, and their physical, I think they have physical advantages, their ability to be quick on the ball, change direction. So I try to use that for our advantage. But I always say, I think up until 12, 13, 14, perhaps even 15, we're producing players as good as anywhere in the world. But I think just our lack of structure in the older age groups and lack of competition like they have in Europe just stops us developing our players to their ultimate potential. But something that we're continually working on, trying to make things better. As you know, we're trying to give these young boys that we have exposure by touring frequently, opening their eyes and their ears to the big wide world of football, and that can only be good. And these young boys have shown that in a country like Spain they can go and compete at the very highest level, which shows that we are doing something right.
Coach Nick, thank you very much for your time, and all the best in your work.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.